Your eyes are not deceiving you. EG has picked up not only a big win on their map Pick a Fracture, but it was a dominating win. And of course, you can see the queen herself, Coach Potter, coordinating the troops as they get ready for map number 2. Welcome back, everyone. GB here with Mimi and Wyatt. And Wyatt, right out of the gate, man, this has just been such a run that EG has been able to put together, but to do it against C9, 24 hours of prep, and they managed to beat them 13-5. Less than that, actually.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I mean, it is mental. You could clearly see that as the season went on, they were getting better and better. But maybe your hopes would be for, the distant future, maybe LCQ, something like that. But here they are with a real shot at making it to Tokyo, and it's in spectacular fashion. They look insane. It went from good improvement to just a rapid pace, insane improvement in this playoff.
And their game plan worked so well. It started from the beginning with the pistol round, where they had this idea to stack towards Sands, punish the aggression that Cloud9 had towards that direction, won their bonus, and then it came down to these retakes, which I think was their game plan all along. They were committing a lot of resources to pushing either early north or south side, taking half the map, and then playing back till Cloud9 committed to these sites and playing these fast flood retakes with their utility from Jojmo satcheling in, with support from the rest of his squad, and they were super successful with these rounds. And I think a big part of it is the Sova. On most maps where Sova's played,
which is
you
bizarre.
have someone who you're kind of pre-planning to be like, okay, you're the guy who shoots dart. We know where the dart's gonna land. You're ready for that. On this map, players aren't used to playing it. It's something weird. It's something new. And when it's so well put together as another piece of these preset executes on the retakes, I think it's so hard to contend with.
Yeah, definitely. You could see it time and time again, even with kind of simple recons, they weren't getting broken that quickly because you just aren't used to it. There aren't preset spots. It's not like if you're holding a scent B and, okay, here comes the recon to the tree. Like, you just, like, moments like that, you don't know really where the recons are going. It's not something you're used to. So even the simple ones were getting some amount of value. Like, Calm has really specialized this niche and is making it work. It's impressive.
It's really good. And it's such progress from week 1, the last time these two teams played, because EG had the gimmicks then. They had the cool ideas. A lot of the Gecko stuff they showed then was cool, but that was before they had the fundamentals down. And now they have the fundamentals. They still have the gimmicks and the good game plans, and it just all fits together perfectly. And one guy who is absolutely thriving in that system is Jojmo. After playing so many different roles, switching over to the controller, playing the Astra for EG, taking a step back from being a star, he stepped back into his race this map and looked like it was 2022 again.
Yeah, it just brings you back to when EG were on a similar run around the same time last year when they finally started making something happen with this roster. Yeah. And Jojmo was the star at that point. He was the primary duelist for the team, and that's why there were some questions about some of the, his role change with the team now this year, not playing as much duelist when he was so phenomenal on the role last year. But then you get the moments like these, the maps like these, where you can go back to the Rays, and you're just reminded of that.
Yeah. And when they were making the Challengers 2 run that you were talking about, the team who shut them out of that, we thought they were going to do fantastic in playoffs. Then they lost their opening game to Optic, went down to lower bracket, got stomped. Here it's the exact opposite. They played the exact same core, this time under the banner of NRG, beat them, and are now actually the team instead a game away from qualifying. EG is breaking every narrative about this squad and are now just one map off from Tokyo and champions.
Yeah, it really is startling where we started and where we ended up for both of these teams as well. But before we get into the next map, though, we do need to do a little warm-up, as we always like to give you guys some aim lab shoot-around goodness. This time around, we are on board with Zelsis, who is doing what we all wish we could do, play video games on our muscles. What? Am I able to do this? No, but only Zelsis can do it on his biceps.
I think you're looking looking
a little svelte. Looking a little swole, Wyatt.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like you might be doing, I don't know, a little something.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what my diet has been: butter. Okay. Just butter. Look at this body, baby. Built by butter. I ain't never gonna look like Zelsis. But it's all good, though, because Zelsis, absolute tank of a man.
They need this silly right now, honestly. They need the Zelsis vibes. That's what this guy injects into the team. Yeah, he is the emotional leader for this squad. He's the guy who keeps them in it when they're struggling, when they're having a bad day. And this is where he really has to step up, because map 1, was the worst map that they have played this entire season. It was the least rounds that they have gotten.
Can't believe it.
Cloud9 need to turn this ship around quickly because we're heading to Bind, a map we know EG is good at, but a map Cloud9 haven't shown yet in 2023.
Yeah, EG, I really like the Bind. I really like what I saw when they were playing against NRG previously, and starting on defense here, I believe, they might run away with it.
But the thing is, we haven't seen C9's Bind, so we have no idea what they're going to do here.
Are they going to go for the Harbor Viper? Are they going to go for the double duelist? Are they going to go back to
the advantage
classic,
goes for
like
C9.
Brim?
I think the advantage is for C9.
Yeah, it really does. We saw that it was, I think, at the beginning of map 1, the prep that helped EG pull it through. They had a good idea of C9's game plan, but here we don't know. And looking at the agents being locked in, Brim is in, so that already means that Harbor Viper is unlikely. And with Zelsis locking Raze instead of Zeppa, I would expect Leaf to play Jet, so they want Zeppa to be able to flex to the initiator, and it will likely be a duelist mirror.
Yeah, that seems possible. Okay, yeah, Rooney is going to actually bring out the Viper. Are they really going to hit us with the ancient technology?
I think they will.
The ancient technology.
Yeah, that back in 2021, that was essentially Ascend inventing the wheel. It was this Bind comp, but
the way you said it.
We will see with the last pick. There's Boostio on the Astra, which I was complimenting earlier. I really think Boostio's Astra utility is the best right now in this league. He's been phenomenal on it.
I love to see Leaf on the Jet. I expected them to go to a composition where Zeppa's on the Raze, maybe go solo duelists like they have on their split, but I think this double duelist comp has a lot of merit. It's worked well for teams like EG. It's really powerful for these fast pops on the attacking side, especially with that Brimstone in the mix. And like we've been talking about, EG could not have prepped for this. This will be the first game for Cloud9 on Bind.
Well, this is it, folks. If EG win this, they are going to Tokyo. And C9, they have to pull off for the map 3. Let's send it back over to Doug and Balla.
Thank you so much, Golden Boy. I was having a conversation with Jake, and I was asking him about maps, and he goes, we have a little surprise for you. And I go, what? I mean, what could you possibly have that's a surprise? And he goes, you wait, you'll see. Okay. And this was it. It was Bind. They haven't shown it at all, and it looks like they have something special ready.
Yeah, I mean, the double duelist, it's come to prominence. I think on a lot of different maps, people are really starting to think that you can get a lot of value in the dive right now without Chamber in the meta. And yeah, let's see. I mean, Evil Genius is playing the same sort of thing, and it looked pretty good. I think I agree with Wyatt on the desk, talking about how against NRG, they didn't win that map, but I think it looked really good with the ideas. They had some really nice things going through the little vent on B, kind of using the changes, and then just normally.
Here.
Really quick into this pistol, though.
Ooh, yeah, it is.
And they're walking down with both duelists.
There's another duelist waiting on the other side of the wall.
Look at the flash instantly through the TP, pulls so many Cloud9 players over so that they can find the timing to walk down short here.
I don't think they realize, yeah, they're outnumbered here. As soon as Leaf took damage, everyone else from Cloud9 showed up. And Demon 1 pays for that with his life.
What they were trying to do was bait Demon 1 in while he had his dash. So Jogma took first contact, ran away. And he's actually gonna find a kill through the Astra one way. And Boostio is playing in such a way that he's playing inside of that smoke. It's gonna be really hard to clear if they do end up hitting. Cloud9 is actually rotating to clear space that they have no clue where they're at. I think with the info, though, they've just learned a lot. They know the Raze is there. They just saw the dog, and the Astra as well, I think got spotted earlier.
And you could see they caught that at the same time you did because they instantly picked up pace. At first, they were a little precarious. They were a little cautious on slowly rotating, slowly taking some of that space, unaware of what was on the other side. As soon as they deduced what you did, they went fast. And they were able to get the spike down off of it. But EG are making a run at this. The nade through the little window.
Oh, the grab fall, too, almost caught Rooney.
That nade's not going to feel good. Zelsis jumps out of a window into his death. Jogamo with 3 and EG with another pistol.
That's 3. 3 pistols out of 3 right now for EG.
Those are pretty good averages. I'll take that.
After losing all 6 in the 3-map series against NRG yesterday, and still able to take it. I'm going to repeat that over and over because if they are winning the pistols here against Cloud9, and Cloud9 is not responding with eco round wins, I mean, EG looking prime form to take this and go for a run at Tokyo, go for a run to win Americas, go for a run at Champions too.
What a wild rags to riches story, man. But they're not done yet. No crowns to be had. They still need to take down Cloud9 first.
I like it from Demon 1 getting up on top of that shed, but not even activating his dash after getting the first kill is a little bold from him. That's the confidence that is now a marquee setup for him. How have EG on the anti-eco taking this risk to get all the way up behind Market?
How is he here? Why is he behind them? They're trapped.
Spike
They're getting pulled back and forth like it's tug of war. Rooney doesn't know which side to fight. Giacomo on one side, Calm, and Ethan on the other.
And neither of them are good options. I mean, again, I really want to stress the importance of this because we have not seen Cloud9 this in trouble all year. The fact that they're getting snuck up on like that, EG are just a step ahead right now.
And I'm already seeing signs of prep, new prep that they had against NRG. Obviously, you can't prep for Cloud9 on the map of Bind. They haven't shown it at all. That's why it felt like a surprise.
One enemy
But
remaining.
you see a game plan difference. Instantly taking so much space. They did that on Fracture. Fracture's a lot harder to do it on, obviously, because you're guessing at 4 spots. And, oh, MC, not happy at all.
Hasn't had very much reason to be happy. Maybe they can right things this time around. Even one with the Guardian. Tries to get away. Dodge the damage of the nade.
Dude, he might be one with the Force, bro. I don't know. Dude's got special powers.
Do they check him? Leaf is looking. Good night, dude. It doesn't matter. You can't imagine they flip the map here, given they have no info of what's happening showers. So they're going to want to end B here. They're going to want to commit, although they do still have plenty of time.
Looking for that flash from Ethan to see if it spots anything. He actually missed it on the backside of that truck, so it didn't go all the way down short, but he is going to rotate off of no pings anyways. Cloud9 doing what they did on Fracture, just walking in. This actually hurt them on Pistol because Calm just fell back in elbow, and they eventually ended up pushing him, and he got 2 kills from that.
He's in the same place again, too. When do they go? Jake has ult.
Yeah, so he should play back off of site, and he is in Octagon, so with a Molly as well from Rooney, that could be a deadly combination. Zelsis the only one on site, though, so they could force a 2v1.
Zelsis managing to take one down with him while fully flashed. Boostio on the tap instantly gets spammed.
With the ult here. You're just looking to do damage right now, but they're really close to him.
Oh, where are you going?
2v1 now.
Jake, he's got it down to 1v1. He's got to win this clutch out. Time not on Calm side. He has to swing. The spam is there. 36 HP. Both clips are dry. Calm gets the kill.
Can he get out the TP? He might be able to.
Unreal. Saves the gun, but Cloud9 get the round.
But that's a horrible anti-bonus there. EG, similar situation to their life in playoffs at all. They were playing on house money there. That was free for them. They had such a good anti-eco. And they're carrying over 5 weapons.
One enemy remaining.
And they're able to take all of Cloud9's weapons away.
Player standing.
Half armor meta maybe won't make a difference anyways. See if Cloud9 can make a buy here.
Oh, we're getting back into this one quick.
And they do have a pretty significant buy still. Only the Molly missing from Jake.
Ethan spotting down long. Trailblazer invested by Zeppa.
And an early smoke out from Jake too. Invested so that they can peek past this Viper wall when it goes down and take fights to Boostio, to the players up on site. And Leaf is really close here, but he still gets killed.
Boostio meeting the same fate on the opposite side. They've got a pinch going on. Giacomo's behind them. He takes the Molly off of the Roomba, but not able to find anything with it.
And Demon 1 trades as that smoke falls too.
Now Calm has been here the entire round. He's been there the entire round. So patient and so diligent. Rewarded with a kill.
He got satcheled up there at the beginning of the round. And the pivot again. Look at Jake's position. He's all the way up in the spawn.
He's so far up. He's going to be able to cut off these rotations instantly. But can he get both? Or is he going to leave Zeppa in a 1v1? Can he get any?
Oh, the jump spot.
He gets none!
It's heads up from Ethan.
Blinded.
Zeppa with so much to do.
I like that flash from it. It makes it look like it comes from sight.
No armor.
They're still aware of this though. Demon 1 smokes him off, so they know it's an opportunity.
85 HP. Zeppa on the prowl, on the hunt. He's gotten it down to 1. Ethan boldly taking it to half, finally pulling off. Just a tap. It's just a fake! And it's another 1v1 for Ethan!
Now that one is ridiculous.
What a bad dude, man!
He turns the flash while defusing, gets the half, and that's when he's able to actually challenge it. And he actually sticks it a little bit too.
Yeah.
One enemy remaining.
A good attempt there from Zeppa. But holy, Ethan, big round to pick up. That does break the money for Cloud9 now. After Comms Heroics in the last to take them all down. Still though, Jogamo has to buy a judge on the anti-eco, so very good weapon, but you can tell the money is hurting for this side still.
Oh, spacing a little funny here. They have 3 down long to make sure that Calm gets the orb.
I mean, look at the ult cycle that is about to come up for them in the next gun round.
Talk about the potential for a snowball. This could become an avalanche.
I mean, literally, if they go for a team ace here, every single player is going to have an ult.
And they're well on their way. What?
One enemy remaining.
I mean, that is just silly. A flawless round for EG. 4 out of 5 ults online, and Ethan's real close by.
I just love that from Jogamo too. Because you can tell actually what happens there in that situation. They call him to stop. Stop pushing. Calm needs to get that kill. That's the call right there. And so he's just baiting for him, threatening the push. And also making us laugh at the same time. Cloud9 just look flat today. They haven't won an eco round yet. And I normally would not say that about any team. And normally the narrative is on the other side where I'm like, oh my God, they're winning so many ecos. But in this case, they need him. If EG's gonna win every pistol, they need him. Good punish on the Viper's pit. Oh, what?
You thought. But through all of that, EG get 2. And yeah, the pit goes down, but Boostio still here backside trying to hold the line.
They're so scared of him, actually.
Welcome to my
I mean, the way they're playing, I get it.
Oh, he got away.
Planted.
I don't know how he did.
Put out of the pit!
Boostio with 3, Demon 1 with another!
They're all bad, Doug. They're all bad. That is just... Boostio is a bad man for that. And again, another retake. On Fracture is over and over. And you have heroics from these guys now. Ethan, 2 rounds ago, Calm there is getting literally anti-called because he's going for a Viper's Pit, and instantly Cloud9 is like, let's react into this. We called that this is a possibility. Satcheling over.
Right.
Head shakes continue for MCE, and it's a timeout for him, a chance for him to lean into this team right now.
Oh, what I would do for a listen in at this point.
You got any sideline reporters? It's my goodness.
And remember again, we haven't seen Cloud9 in this position.
Nope.
Really all year.
Nope. I mean, we've heard situations of, you know, how MCE is in the timeouts, how he's treating the mistakes from the team, and Zelsis is not shied away from the fact that he's harsh on the team. And at this point, this is the most devastating position that they've been in all season long, despite obviously Loud, but that was very early in the season. That was them still finding their footing. That was them, honestly, playing over the expectation in that series way back then.
Right.
Now the expectation is they should have cruised through this series.
The expectation is you win these.
And I have to bring attention to Leaf right now. I'm looking at him trying to take these first duels and getting punished over and over and over again. He's 2-3 on the last map. And right now 0-2 on this one, and he's playing Jet.
0-2 in first duels, 1-6 overall.
Get out of my way.
The star for Cloud9 is struggling.
With the knives though. And 2 big ults on the eco, knives and showstopper. They do get the space up long with that showstopper, but it's responded with one of their own.
Give it right!
Oh my God!
The space they worked so hard to take, instantly snatched. I mean, the crowd wants it, and you're denied instantly.
I mean,
Sorry, guys.
2 kills away, guys. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves. I know it's flashy. No, call for it now. Call for it now.
this is when they need it. Hang on now. Y'all can't stop. Sorry. I appreciate the effort.
Yeah.
That was good.
We gotta let him cook a little bit before we go. All Gordon Ramsay on him.
Gun here.
High expectations from the man. But again, that was an eco. And unfortunately, their reputation is they should be winning some of these. They should be winning 1 out of 3 of these. And they're just not right now. It's 6-1, and the body shooting continues.
Rent-free at this point. I mean, rent-free.
The thing I love about Demon One is his confidence to go after players. He's like, I mean, actually somebody possessed by the darkness. Like going up against the Lights challengers, like absolutely crazy how he's just like, I'm gonna challenge Leaf.
Yep. He doesn't back down from a fight. He's gonna get away. He's gonna get away. The Seekers don't make it out of the orbital strike, but he preserves his life.
Oh, that's a good catch. Ethan backside as well, isolated, double up trap. That's not the easiest angle. That's catching them falling out, but how has Calm gotten here? And with the Astral Divide, he has a lot of room to work with.
Spike planted.
You have no clue where he's gonna pop on the backside of that wall once it falls, if you're Cloud9.
Absolutely, he could be going long. He could be Octagon right now. He could be Hookah. And that's why you see the diligence out from Jake.
They have to hide on sight right now from him. Even though he's nowhere near it.
Down.
The timing!
Dude, how is he reading this so well? And now he has all the space to take off of Demon One's blades. He's looking for another. He's going to have to pull off a 1v2 here. One up high, none found. Zeppa with 3, Cloud9 with 2.
Another round on the board from Cloud9, and they need the energy. They need another momentum shift. We saw a little baby one on Fracture, just a little tiny one.
Just
they got 3 rounds in a row.
You are divided.
That was only 3 out of 4 of the rounds they won on Fracture. I mean, so you're thinking they need a lot more. They did the satchel up again. Jogamo with 1 satchel to get Calm all the way up.
Blinded.
Remember, that was so good when they were able to force out the rotate from Cloud9 through the bathroom TP.
We'll see if they're able to do a bit of the same.
The pace from Cloud9 to get up there, and it's looking like the same thing. Demon One here is completely gonna bait the fact that Calm's up there, and he still gets out! I mean, come on, man.
Oh, and it's all just to set up one more time.
He just stays here.
To find the kill.
He has no clue where he got killed from right there. No clue.
And you see it, the spam's down in bench. They don't know that Calm's up high.
A.
Honestly, they still don't know.
How is Calm getting away with this?
I mean, that's beautiful from EG.
Even off of the Roomba that was intended to go towards bench, you thought maybe they would know and they'd be able to deduce that he has high ground.
Yep.
But they still didn't check him.
Phantom diff in that situation.
Dude, I mean...
But also, huge from Demon One to get away from that situation too, because if he dies here, they have a lot more leeway in their minds to think about, okay, what's actually going on?
Right.
We're not in a chaotic situation. He's still alive at this point, and because of that, everybody's dealing with not only him, but Giacomo getting in on the rotate.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yep. You can see it, EG's feeling themselves. Calm, nothing but smiles.
You never thought that EG would be a team who could play to the crowd.
Yep. All of a sudden, we may find ourselves with a different set of villains in the Americas League. Calm sidestepping some of the utility, dumping some of his own. Oh, just narrowly catching the corner. Harmlessly lands on the ground. How far up does Calm go? How greedy does he get? He's holding the line for now.
I'm looking at the A-hold as well. Well, Demon One sets up here. He does not have dash anymore.
He doesn't have help! He does not have help, and it does not matter! I mean, I'm buying it now. I'm buying it now. They know where he is, too. Demon 1, you gotta go, buddy. You're running out of time here. Robbed of the ace. How y'all gonna cheer for them and boo them at the same time?
No, that's crazy, actually. That's crazy. And Doug, how has this game has devolved into us chanting for aces for EG when it's a qualification game, when it's, I mean, the most pivotal game of the season for both of these teams.
Dude,
and we're just having fun with it.
They almost didn't make playoffs. they were a series away from not making playoffs. And they find themselves up 6 rounds against the number 2 seed in Americas.
I've got your trail.
Oh.
That would have died. That little bounce, I think that would have dissipated either way.
Yeah, it would have been close.
Lucio gets out. They're all stacked up down short right now. And they do get a first kill on Demon 1.
Raid boss down, right?
Yeah, at this point, yeah, for sure.
Although, if I remember correctly, I think it's Calm who's the raid boss this time. I want to say he's top fragging for EG, or if not, it's close. Either way, still 4 up for the defensive side. And Boostio's getting a little cheeky here. He's by himself. Dude, they're doing this on their own. Talk about feeling themselves. He's got no help!
Spike down A.
This is so ridiculous.
No help! Pure disrespect! I mean, never have I seen something like this, and he's going for it. Rooney gets 2 back.
Yo, you got a little encouragement from Giacomo, too.
Go get him, buddy.
Toxin screen down.
We'll hold the line if it doesn't work.
And they're doing just that. It's perfect out of EG. And that sequence from Boostio, we're going to see it again, is just crazy. Gets the first one, runs away, breaks the dog, and is able to fight another day.
And look on the minimap. Look where he is on the minimap. There's no one around him.
I know how many times you've said no help this game, and they're still pulling it out. Normally we're saying that when they're losing and somebody's stopping the scoreboard, but no, it's ridiculous. Potter can't even believe it.
And now it's Boostio who's getting in on the action, 14-4.
And bro, we were asking for a momentum shift, and it's crazy, EG has gained an even further momentum shift. These games, this round, all these rounds are insane from these guys. And in the last round, they're buying extra ops right now.
See Demon 1 switching over to the Vandal now. We talked about it a few rounds ago. This thing has gone from snowball to full-on avalanche. With Evil Geniuses as the architects. Holy smokes. A 10-2 half.
Switching sides.
What more can you say? Evil Geniuses just look incredible. Best form all season long. They're peaking at the best time. And this halftime, we have to really digest the fact that we are 3 rounds away from seeing Evil Geniuses go to Tokyo.
Wyatt said that it felt like Evil Geniuses was reaching their crescendo at just the right time. This has been a beautiful symphony with Boostio as the conductor. Let's throw it down to Sean, standing by at the telestrator to break down round 6.
Thank you, Doug. Yeah, this is insane from EG, and the setups changed round by round. So much pressure came from the flank, and that was not different this round right here. So to set the scene right here, what we're gonna see is Calm over here by Showers, and he's gonna throw a one-way orb over Showers. And Boostio is also going to smoke Showers. In addition to that, we're gonna see Birds coming down long B. This is very common to see if there's anyone holding B. So they're gonna quickly realize this is an A setup, and Calm is going to preemptively be ulting short A this round to lock down the short position. Now, what's super important to note is Boostio's stars here. So in addition to obviously Calm's one-way orb over Showers, there's also gonna be potential stall coming from the orb here, and Boostio is peeking Showers, so he's getting the info on anyone working up Showers. Simultaneously, you can see, like I said, they're peeking B, and what you're gonna end up getting is Jog pushing all the way out Hookah on the flank because he recognizes this setup has no sentinel to hold the flank, and they were abusing it all half. To kick this off, you see Calm go 1 for 1 inside of his pit, and Boostio plays this situation so well. He's backpedaling, playing back sight, and you can watch the top of the minimap right now. Ethan is rotating with Demon. And what I want to draw attention to now is Ethan dogging out Spawn right here in this Brim Smoke, getting Demon set up inside you. Boostio's grabbing 2 frags of his own, and Demon closes it out with a shorty kill. Now, the teamwork in this round is incredible from EG, and that's what I wanted to draw attention to. The micro plays off of each other. Everything is down to the perfect detail. This was totally missing earlier in the season, and I think this is perfectly set up, Doug and Bala, for this right here. The trip to Japan. It's coming.
Sean's funny, man. I like him. He's a funny guy. I like that. There was no departure from the airport, though. I saw that was a button on the telestrator. He just failed to use it. So I give him an 8 out of 10. The idea was good. Execution
He's used that before. I'm going to let you know.
Oh,
he's
has
used
he?
the airport button before.
All right, never mind. 10 out of 10. I take it back. Take it back.
We can't, you know, he's from NA. We can't put the airport button on there.
It's not good for us.
Dude, we are 3 rounds away from sending EG not just to Tokyo, but to Champions. 3 rounds away right now. All they need is really a pistol round, and they've been flawless so far. Let's see if they can do it again. That's the first kill.
With a bit more to find. And plenty of time to do it. Jake is in trouble, man. He's going to get dogged. He's going to get naded. He's going to walk into his death.
Beautiful grab well, too, to keep him in place.
The little things, bro. It's those little things that have just been such a night and day difference for Evil Geniuses.
You might think it's been fragging the entire time, but Sean's telestrator breaks it down a little bit more, too. They're just taking full advantage of the mistakes that Cloud9 are putting out and the deficiencies in their comp, too. You can tell they're ready. This is what match experience does, too. Real live match experience against NRG compared to the never played bind of Cloud9.
There's going to be a 2-man flank, but Ethan's ready for it.
Oh,
he never saw Leaf.
Bruh.
Never saw him. Yeah, he was weak, but it doesn't matter. He gets the kill anyway.
1 enemy remaining.
And it all falls down onto Rooney, who's been trying to do this delicate dance with Ethan on the flank. And he's greeted by way too much.
He's playing with his food, man. He's got him in the mousetrap.
4 for 4 on pistols.
Clean slate.
And
Let's leave
this,
whatever
I
happens.
mean, they might just end up beating them harder than they did on Fracture, already giving them their worst loss, their worst map loss of the season in playoffs. But they might just do it again. And Ethan, again, he's just looking for mad spam angles until his team arrives.
Yeah.
Discipline there. And also, he gets the space for him to fall back into that because his team holds the line on the spawn side. Again, now 2 rounds away. And Cloud9 are forcing up here. Cloud9 going for an all-in play here to save it. Save themselves from having to do a lower bracket run.
No real choice otherwise. They're not aggressive. They don't fully send down long. They're patient here.
Team 1's got the Guardian again. He was so magical on that in the first half. Gets the tag. It's not a headshot, but a lot of damage done.
It's a little sprinkle of the magic dust that time around.
They're giving him a lot of space. Love this from Demon 1, peeking ahead of the Trailblazer, knowing that he has a 1v1 there. It's beautiful stuff.
Finding those little timings and being able to exploit them, that's what makes him so dynamic. One of the many things that makes him dynamic, really.
And I was about to say, they give up a lot of space to Cloud9 to set up both crossfires in bathroom, crossfires in long, but they just 1 kill and it's all falling apart here for Cloud9. And they're spread out. Now they have 1 inside of sight, but that's clearable with mollies.
And they have to capitalize here. You don't win this round, you're on series point with another broken buy. It's gotta happen now. And I don't know that they have the tools to do it, but they've gotten it down to a 1v3 and it's not going to work. Evil Geniuses, series point against Cloud9. Remember, they almost didn't make playoffs. And then they against all odds, take down NRG. The next day, once again, facing insurmountable expectations and odds, have to face Cloud9, and they're doing it again.
This is the 2nd seed in the Americas League. This is the team that ended their season on an insane run, not losing a single series after week 3 against Loud.
10 maps in a row.
Just ridiculous. Evil Geniuses has shown right now that they deserve the respect of the community, that they deserve the respect of their peers. As they move on right now, 1 round away from the double qualification their biggest game ever as an organization. Prior to yesterday, they'd only had one playoff win in the VCT. One playoff win.
Moments away now. Potential moments away from history, and shots like that surely will seal the deal as he gets another. Evil Geniuses just looking to clean Cloud9 up as the number 2 seed looks to exit with nothing more than a whimper.
Right there.
2 stingers, no way to recover guns. They're going for a double flank right now. This is it. This is all or nothing for Cloud9. Calm's watching it, guys. This is it.
This is how it ends. Zeppa's the last one up.
Look at Demon1 going for it.
I want it, I want it. The flash and the kill delivers. They prove lightning can strike the same place twice. Evil Geniuses, welcome to Tokyo.
Not just Tokyo, welcome to champions. Insane stuff out of Evil Geniuses. And they have a chance right now. They're going up against Loud in the upper bracket final. How in the world does that happen? They're literally top 3 in the Americas League. From the bottom to top 3, from 10th place in all the power rankings after a few weeks. And they've earned it. They have absolutely earned it. Hard work pays off.
What a run. What a story. Take a look at some of these highlights one more time, as it really felt like Evil Geniuses could do no wrong. Individual 1v3s with no help, coming from Boostio, heroics from Calm, Demon1's just, well, Demon1. Just a beautiful game. A beautiful series from EG.
And again, the worst map loss as well are the players on the Cloud9 side. And this is a top 2 team. This is the team that took the 2nd seed going into this. And EG handled them like that. And here it is. The reactions for Boostio going to Tokyo.
I don't know how he hits that pitch. Boostio just gets up there.
Unbelievable stuff.
What a moment. What a moment for Evil Geniuses. And what a moment for the crowd.
What a shift. Guys, again, give it up for EG. Absolutely deserved performance here. Shows it. We're going to see them on a global stage. That is just, I mean, to think about that.
Yeah.
I mean, for both of these teams, it would have been crazy, but for EG, after the season they had, even crazier.
Yep.
And you see it right there. Masters Tokyo and Champions. They're both qualified, or Evil Geniuses qualified for both of those. And it's a Cinderella story, it really is. They were not supposed to be here. They didn't even have their season in their hand. They didn't have playoffs in their hand, in their sights. And now they've grasped Tokyo.
It took MIBR beating 100 Thieves to get to this point. 100 Thieves died for this. Unreal.
It's crazy.
And Boostio, the performance that he had, ended out top fragging for his 21-5.
21-5 is crazy, though.
It's just unreal. And sometimes he does it with the hop, but for him to do it the way that he did was gorgeous. From top to bottom, an incredible performance from Evil Geniuses. They're rewarded with a trip to Tokyo, they're rewarded with a trip to Champs, and they're rewarding us with a break. Right after this, we'll have the devs break things down, the Verizon post-match interview, and plenty more. VCT Americas continues right after this.
Came through with it again. They know that I got spirit with a pen. Don't know why they try to compete when they know that in victory it's never gonna end. Them and a week, that's why they could never speak. They ain't like me, I take it to the peak. Different type of steeds that I breed. Wheel up on the mic, they won't get one of these. Please, I don't wanna hear no talk from them. I don't wanna see nothing at all from them. They can't do it like me. So all I wanna see really is a round of applause from them. Vibes in the air, we caused it again. Life isn't fair, but we rode it again. All of my teams being ready for the war, there's no warning for them. Tell them again, I ain't here to make up no friends. I just came through yet again. We look, you never got one of them. Top of the pound yet again. They can't stop this child not again. Reigning champ, I won't lose it. So you know I'm gonna win that again. Tell them again. Tell them again. Tell them again. Tell them again. I ain't here to make up no friends. I just came through yet again. We look, you never got one of them. Top of the pile yet again. They can't stop this child not again. Reigning champ, I won't lose it. So you know I'm gonna win that again. Tell them 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 again. I ain't here to make up no friends. I just came through yet again. We look, you never got one of them. Top of the pile yet again. They can't stop this child not again. Reigning champ, I won't lose it. So you know I'm gonna win that again.
Welcome back to the VCT Americas League interview. That's right, make some noise, everybody. Com is going to Masters Tokyo. Com, from the beginning of the season, everybody was doubting EG pretty much, but here you are now qualifying and dominating Cloud9 to make it to the stage at this interview. I know it's very cliche, but you have to talk to me about those feelings right now.
I mean, it feels amazing. I mean, coming from like everyone coming into the season, everyone doubted us and said we were going to be one of the worst teams in the league. So now where, God bless, MIBR, thank you for making us into playoffs. But to now where we're qualified for Masters and Champs, you know, that it's an unreal feeling. And this beats anything I could ever do in my life.
For sure. And almost there, people doubting you. And now you've basically become almost a powerhouse, maybe now a powerhouse in North America, and definitely a powerhouse on Fracture. What makes Fracture so good for EG, and how does your Silva contribute to that?
I think we play it like pretty similar to a lot of other teams, but the Silva just adds an element of like, first you're getting scanned by like a little tiny dart that's in a random place, and also like you can just break a ton of utility with it. So it's like super impactful, especially when Killjoy is so meta right now. So I don't know, it's just the perfect thing to counter everybody. Yeah,
and there's been a lot of like lessons learned here for EG. You turn things around into the midseason, and it seems like a brand new EG. So what happened during that time? Where is that flip of the switch where we actually see, again, a strong team coming out from you?
I mean, shout out to Bald One. that boy is insane. Like, honestly, since he came into the team, this guy is unreal, unreally talented. Like, honestly, I'm super appreciative to have him on my team and not another team.
Yeah.
And then obviously, I feel like we've just grinded out all our mistakes and always worked hard. So I think we're a step above everyone else in that aspect.
And I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit as well, because yes, you're thinking Bald won, but at the same time, you've been a pivotal player for EG for the past few weeks. What's changed for you? It seems as though like you're flanking, you're winning 1v1s against duelists. Like, what's going on here for Calm now in 2023?
I mean, I got nothing to lose. Everyone counts me out, but I've been counted out my whole career, so I'm happy that I can show what I'm made of now, and I hope people believe in me a little bit more.
Yeah, I definitely believe in you, and I'm going to ask you one more question. With going to Tokyo, which team right now do you want to face again? Is there going to be some like revenge matches you want, or what are we expecting out of EG?
I think the obvious one is Fnatic. Obviously, they're insane in Europe, and I mean, just playing against that and all that experience would be massive.
Yeah.
But I think just like playing anyone in that international competition, everyone earned it to be there. And honestly, I'm just appreciative to be around everybody. And like, I'm not gonna say I'm better than any of them, but I just love to be there.
Just say you are better than everyone, because that map on Bind, everybody was getting 4Ks. I don't think it was just like Demon 1. It was you. It was Jogimo. You were denying each other's aces. That's my final question for you as well here, actually. And on Bind, it seems you guys were having fun. You had it on lock the whole time.
Yep.
Why is that? Like, it's supposed to be Bind. You've never seen Cloud9 on that map before.
I think since like literally like round 2 or 3, we were just feeling it. And honestly, we in mid game, people would get a 3K, we're like, ace.
I think the crowd was doing that as well.
Yeah, we heard y'all too.
Well, and hopefully you'll get many of those here in Tokyo Com. So again, congratulations, and we'll throw it back to the desk where we actually have Potter with everybody else.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks again, brother.
Always awesome to hear from Calm. Shout out to Van Silly, by the way, who just is an absolute marvel. But now we are joined by the legendary Coach Potter, who's going to Tokyo and Champions.
Yeah.
You understand that,
That's
right?
a two-for one.
You got the twofer going
It's
on
a twofer. It's a twofer. I can't believe it. Yeah, I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Well, okay, because you came in and you were like, what did we just see? And I am actually really curious because going into this game, when we talked to Boostio yesterday, you know, he was very upfront about the fact that, you know, they were very strat heavy against EG. Not sure what you guys were going to be able to pull off against C9. Then you come out here, you put C9 13-5, lowest rounds that C9 have been able to get in a loss, right? And then you do it again. This time you did not, you keep them to 2. So at some point you have to wonder, what is going on right now? What did you feed them this morning?
I don't know, man. You know, I had to ask you guys, did it look as easy as it felt in the server?
Honestly, yes.
Yeah, I mean, because it was, everyone was just, it was one of those games where nothing can go wrong. You know, it's one of those games where Max can just, Demon 1 can peek an angle and get a triple kill, and same with Boosty. Everyone was hitting all their shots. But, you know, even though this playoffs, we didn't get a lot of time to prep in between the matches, for the last 3 or 4 weeks, we've been preparing kind of ahead of time for these matches. So, it all really worked out very, very well for us.
What has like the team mentality been like in playoffs? Because you guys went from not thinking you were going to make it to playoffs to just like praying that MIBR could get something done. You miraculously make it in, and now are just like on this run. It almost seems like you guys are just like playing with house money. Like you got this opportunity and you're doing everything with it.
Yeah, and I think that's the key point is that the pressure was all of a sudden off. We didn't even expect to be here. You know, just the other day we're watching MIBR, and let's be honest, that morning when we woke up, the chances of MIBR winning that series was slim to none.
You're probably thinking ahead to LCQ, just like,
exactly. I mean, so for us, these last few days have been very fast. It's been kind of a blur, but I'm glad that our prep beforehand leading up to this kind of kept us composed, right? We definitely, in this rematch versus C9, I know nobody else thinks it, but that first match in the opening season versus C9, we really felt like we should have 2-0'd that.
I mean, you should have. It was like the comeback that they had on Pearl, and I'm not super close.
Exactly. And, you know, there was one swing round with Rooney getting like a 4K randomly with the Sheriff. So, you know, that definitely stopped our momentum. But coming into this series, we felt very confident. We felt like we wanted to, you know, get that revenge. And it was due to C9 that we worked on so many of our little micro game plans. So definitely, it was an incredible match.
Yeah, so between this match and kind of comparing it to the one you just played against NRG, what was the difference in how much preparation you were able to actually make manifest for each?
Because or even like the things you wanted to prep, right?
Yeah, because it seemed to be of massive impact in the NRG game, especially like on Split, for instance.
So for instance, you know, because we've been working so hard on our fundamentals, our defaults, just our map control in general, that's given us the luxury to be able to talk and theory craft like quickly and efficiently because everyone is on the same page about where everyone needs to be at what point in the round. So for us, Bind, you know, we didn't get a single round versus NRG in that one. But coming into here, you know, we knew that our defense was going to be strong. We made a little bit of adjustments on attack. Not that we really needed. We didn't even play much of the attack side half, but yeah, we felt really confident coming in. The differences between both these series as far as prep goes, the obvious. For NRG, we had, I think, 4 days leading up to that one. This one, hardly any. So I guess that was the biggest difference.
Yeah. What does it feel like to now kind of break this community narrative? Because you guys, after the losses, after the tough start to the season, dropping BCJ, everyone had so many questions. Everyone was clowning on you for the roster decisions that EG was making, really just like thinking that the team would amount to nothing. And now in the last few weeks, you've turned things around, miraculously made playoffs, all the way to now qualifying to both global events this year. How does that just feel to you personally?
I mean, it feels great. It feels really good. You know, coming from having such a long tenure in esports, you know, we've seen teams come and go. We've seen a lot of orgs buy the best roster, get the most clouded roster, so many different kinds of teams. But for us at EG, you know, since day one, we've been kind of clawing our way in and trying to make a name for ourselves. So definitely, it feels great. It feels great to finally see all of our hard work paying off. I mean, these players are incredible. Jogimo, Busio, Corbin, these three especially that have been in EG the longest, they just, it's night and day from what kind of players they were when they first joined EG and where they are today. Seeing that sort of growth and seeing them actually execute on stage in their first year, being on LAN, being LAN players. I mean, Busio is special. He's a different kind of player. So yeah, I'm rambling all over the place.
No, you're good. You're good.
Right now. But yeah, these guys are incredible.
Christine, I can literally hear you talk all day, so don't worry about it, dude. You're right.
I really wanted to ask you about Ethan actually as well, because he was one of the only roster moves that was made with the team heading into this split.
Yes.
And of course, he brings a lot of experience, which is something that the other players on the team are one of the only traits that they're lacking in is the experience. But Ethan in particular has been so excellent towards the end of this season.
Yes.
So I wanted to ask about what the process has been with initially bringing him into the team and then how he's grown in the team up until this point.
Yeah, I mean, Ethan was expensive. I had to pull a lot of strings to make that happen. I was very shocked to see that nobody was actually going for Ethan when he was a free agent. If we think back when the whole roster shuffle was going on, Ethan has like 6 years in Tier 1 Counter-Strike on LAN. We've had COVID for 2 years, no LAN. So coming into this year, the first year in franchising, it was a no-brainer to grab Ethan and have him elevate us and have that experience. That LAN experience was definitely his biggest selling point. Since he's been on the team, he's been incredible. His just impact comms, just his communication in game is just, I don't know that anyone even comes close to him in franchising. He's just so aware, very high game IQ, and he's elevated the entire squad for sure.
Yeah, it's clearly translated. But now you guys are going to be going somewhere where that big stage experience is really going to matter. Because you had your one chance in front of a big audience in LAN at a global event in Lock-in, played a couple games there, and it ended in heartbreak. I remember the last time I saw you before this, we were in the hotel lobby. You were talking about after you guys choked away the game and had almost made a run there. Now you have kind of this second shot at an international event, now with your roster set in stone, really at this high point. What is the expectation for EG going into that event?
That's a good question. I I don't know. You know, these last few days with no expectations, it's been great.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna jinx anything. I don't have any expectations going into Japan. But I will say that we're a completely different team today than we were in Brazil. Our biggest weakness in Brazil was just being a little shook. You know, being a little shook on stage and playing not to lose and not taking advantage of all the info that we have on the table. So right now, that's definitely our strength. We are decisive, and that's been something we've been working on for months. So I have high expectations, but I'm not gonna
Do you think you're going to
make
be able
any predictions.
Yeah. Do you think you're going to be able to carry that kind of like almost like carefree house money attitude into the rest of the global event, or do you think the pressure gets added back now?
You know what? We're going to Japan, and all my players except for Ethan and me are anime lovers. I feel like we're going to get all the buffs. All the buffs.
Well, don't worry. We got you covered. Take you to Akihabara. We'll have you, walk around, buy some statues. It'll all be good.
Three of my players, this is like their dream come true, is to make it to Japan. Like, not even having anything to do with VALORANT, just going to Japan in general. So this is like another twofer.
Yeah.
It's like the first global event they've qualified for. Japan.
Going to Masters,
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a threefer. It's a threefer. Oh, man. Well, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket today. Playoffs for the second day is all wrapped up, and the winners here, it's Loud and Evil Geniuses, have clinched playoffs. Sorry, have clinched Tokyo, have clinched champions. I have a big smile on my face. I'm so happy for you guys. But obviously, still not out of it yet for Furia, as well as Leviathan and NRG, C9. They're going to be meeting each other in the lower bracket, and that leads us to our matches tomorrow. NRG takes on Furia, and then we're going to have Leviathan versus C9. So good old South America, North America battle to kind of wrap up that lower part of the bracket, Mimi. It's going to be pretty exciting.
It's going to be great. Who do you think the last team who's going to join you and Loud in Tokyo is for Americas?
Oh, I gotta say NRG. It's gotta be NRG. They're probably pretty salty. They're working hard right now.
I've seen the Twitter.
Yeah. I'll say NRG.
Okay. All right. I like that. Well, first and foremost, Potter, I think I speak for everyone here. We're proud of you as a colleague, as someone who we've worked alongside. We're just so proud of you. But also, what an incredible run and what an incredible day. Wyatt came back. We had Sean in the house. Bazooka was here. Potter came through. It was a great day of Valorant. But folks, don't worry, because the fun continues. Tomorrow, 12:30 Pacific. Thank you, of course, so much for watching. Let me go ahead and fix my chain so I look like a decent human being. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for the Prime Gaming post-day highlights. Enjoy. Today, the top two seeds enter the competition, and Masters Tokyo is on the line. Loud versus Furia. You couldn't have asked for a better way to kick off the day.
The fight needs to be taken, and it's not clean. It's not clean at all. Last one left, a wide swing, a wide face. He wins it out. A little baited out there, trying to get funky with the shorty. Loud have this aura about them. An attempt is made. Aspas! 13-4. You gotta come with a little bit more than that. That is them taking map number 1. It's a double jump down into the back of the side. QCK. He is being pressured. He is being swarmed. Jump around. The bullets land. It's not watched for. No one's holding it until you didn't expect it. Aspas locks himself down for the ace. Isolates the fight and he claims it. Moving forwards. There's a clash. A fight taken. Furia chucking anything now at the wall. See if they can make it, but it matters not. Round the side, there's a clash and an ace to finish. 2 years. The job's done. That's a top 3 finish. Regardless of what happens from here on out, they've earned their spot to Masters Tokyo and champs.
EG versus Cloud9, two teams that no one thought would be at this point at the beginning of the season, but they're one game away from qualifying for Tokyo and champions. It's all on the line right here.
Lockdown's still there, and the spike is down.
Good flash from Ethan. They know where Busio is. Still gets 2.
And it doesn't matter.
Keep it up.
Swings out again, sees that they're on it. He's gotten it down to 1. Leap in half, the swing is there, and Ethan with the clutch. The potential of being overwhelmed and overrun by the 3 members of Cloud9 heading his way, but Demon 1 handles them all. Holy smokes, what a whooping. EG just gave Cloud9 13-5 to take map 1. With the way they're playing, I get it.
Oh, he got away.
I don't know how he did.
But out of the pit! showstopper. They do get the space up long with that showstopper, but it's responded with one of their own. Oh my God. No clue.
And you see it, the spam's down in bench. They don't know the Calm's up high.
Honestly, they still don't know.
How is Calm getting away with this? They prove Lightning can strike the same place twice. Evil geniuses, welcome to Tokyo.